Alright everybody, so this is a little bit different than normal. Um, Most of my videos have to do with my CNC machine, but this little project kind of involved that a little bit, and will a little bit more in the future. This is a electric bike that I have built off of a kit by a company called Faster. I've actually put, I think it's right here, 225.74 miles on this bike since I completed it, which I think is quite good. Just kind of give you some overviews of what's going on. It's pretty straightforward. Inside this is my lithium battery pack. You can kind of see it there. There's actually two of them. Got them from a website called Battery Hookup. Suggest you check them out. It's a really good resource. That's a 14 amp hour battery. This is my controller. It came as part of the kit. It's a little Chinese 30 amp driver. No, nothing real serious about that. This is the motor, and it's chain driven. You can see the chain right here. You put the sprocket around the spokes. It's real straightforward. I did have to change these bolts out because the ones that were originally with it were kind of lower quality. Let's just go that route. And all I actually had was these stainless steel screws, but they fit in there and they work fine. Like I said, I've got 225 miles on this bike. Here's the motor. It's a 36 volt 250 watt, and that's kind of focus that in there. Yeah, 250 watt 36 volt. It's a cheap Chinese brand. You can buy them all over the place. Kit cost me about $100. Didn't have to change anything as far as the gearing. The only thing I did change is the shifter was right here, and I've moved it to the other side, and it's upside down. You can kind of see that. I replaced the brake levers. These actually go back to my tail light that I made, which comes right off the controller right here. Got a little display, shows you what your battery voltage is. I'm typically riding about 20 miles per ride, and my voltage will drop from what you saw right there, 41.5. I'll be 41.5, 41.6 when I start, and I'll be about 37.5 when I finish. Kind of back off and give you an idea. There's the bike. I paid $93 for it at Walmart. It is a Kent 2600 Bayside. Really straightforward, kind of a flat gray, brown, something like that. It's a nice bike, kind of heavy, but I kind of wanted something with bigger fat tires on it. Good riding bike. Probably get a little bit of video riding today and add that to this, but if anybody's got any questions, it's really a straightforward build. You can do it in a matter of hours. The only thing I will suggest is when you get it, make sure that your frame right here fits. If you notice, I had to drill these out and put like bigger bolts in, and then this bracket is actually cut right here and re-welded. That's because this frame would kick this motor out this way. Right now it's in perfect alignment, but I had to do a little shimming. There's a, I don't know, yeah, you can see it right here. There's a piece of rubber right here that I cut and put in there to kind of give me a spacer, because when I cut and re-welded these, it actually made the bottom side too short. So then to kind of give me a little bit of play in there, I put a piece of rubber in there. The rest of it is pretty straightforward. Not sure there's a lot of videos. Basically all you do is you loosen this back wheel, you put this sprocket right here on, you put this bracket back in place, you put the chain around it, and then you wire it up. And the wiring is straightforward. Just about everything is plug and play. You can get up and going without any extra stuff, without making any kind of wiring connections at all, other than just plugging the right thing into the right spot, and it's all labeled. You have like this right here. Let's turn that off. See, it says charging port right there. This one's labeled power. This one is not labeled, but it's the only one that fits it, and it's the one coming from your battery. Well, I'm fixing to give it a ride. Let's see what it does. Alright people, so here we are. We're fixing to do a test ride. Sorry about the wind. It's a little bit windy. I think the wind's about 15 miles an hour. Don't know how much you'll be able to hear. Look here, I've already gone almost 7 miles on this ride. I'm fixing to go back in this little neighborhood. This will be kind of flat, so I'll be riding on the motor most of the way. You'll be able to tell when the motor's running and when it's not. It cuts out right at 15 miles an hour. So let's go for a little ride. We are at 16 miles an hour, motor cuts out, so now it's only coasting and pedaling. Motor's cut out. Alright, as you can tell, that's about 3/4 of a mile. Not bad. Okay, here we are at the end of the bike ride. Look right there, 20.3 right on the nose. We are sitting right at 37 volts down from 41.6. Bike's still in good shape. Motor, it's a little warm, not to where I can't put my hand on it. That's good. Bearing still looks in really good shape. Battery's not hot. Everything looks good. Good ride. Just a word for those of you that are like myself, grew up in the 80s and really enjoyed getting out and riding a bike, and I always wished, hey, I wish that hill wasn't there, or I had something that made it to where I didn't have to get off my bike and get to the top so I could ride the hill down. This is it, guys. This will do it. This is not the strongest motor you can get. In fact, it is the very cheapest and probably the weakest you can get, 250 watts. But you will get up hills. You still have to work. You still have to ride a bike. It's not a motorcycle, people. This is a bicycle. And that's what it's intended to be, and that's what it is. But well worth it. Very good ride. I love the thing. Y'all just let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. All right, so I've had a little bit of time to kind of recover from my ride, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the bike and let you know kind of a couple things that I've noticed about it and some of what my experience has been dealing with the company that made it. It's really a pretty easy build, but I definitely would recommend using a company like L-Faster. They've got several products you can find on Amazon. AliExpress, I think, carries some of their stuff, but they're all pretty much Chinese-made kits. When you look at these motors and everything, they're all going to be pretty much the same. The one thing I did notice that was different, or that I did come across that was different, is with the left-handed mounted sprocket, this sprocket is actually being used on the wrong side of the bike. It should actually be used on the right hand side of the bike. The back side of it will actually back itself off because it's got a left-handed thread. So what I actually did to fix that on this bike, if you can see right in here, right about where my finger is, there's JB Weld on the back side of that. And the reason for that is that that inner part of the ring is now basically epoxied to this adapter that goes through here so it'll fit on the motor. What that does is that keeps that ring from backing off. I contacted L-Faster about this issue because this is the third one of these sprockets I've put on here, and every one of them, the two before it, fell apart within 15 miles. After talking to them and back and forth through emails, they say they're going to do something about this, but they have now realized that it's a problem. Not only did they give me a refund, they're looking at a way to change this. So the other thing that I would point out would be a really good choice when you're choosing your bike is to not go with a single speed bike. These 7-speed bikes work really well. They give you a good option of gears, and it's easy enough with only having, when you have to add this throttle, you need to move the shifter someplace else, and you can move the shifter onto this side, turn it upside down. Still works just like before. Didn't even have to pull the cable loose. So everything works good that way. Overall, really, really easy build. Really, really good to do. Hope y'all learned something from this, and hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.